Hey everybody, Red Hat Nation back. Late night edition with special guest
Carson Griffin. It is currently 8:58 right now. I just got back from work at Bokey's Drive-In in Malone, New York.
Busy night?
Very busy night. I spent the last 40 minutes on dishes alone.
All right, so we're gonna have a snack together. Glad you're here to join us. Laura, mother, is already in bed, so we're used to that.
Yep, she goes to bed around 4 o'clock.
No, not that early, but we have a lot of time down here, just the two of us. And sometimes we get into these late night snacks. What do you got there?
We got a 4-piece chicken strip dipped in honey garlic with a side of ranch. And we also have 2 slaw dogs.
And what's that there?
Blueberry cheesecake ice cream.
All right.
A homemade flavor.
So I'm gonna eat one of these slaw dogs now.
I'm gonna have some of this slaw.
That's good.
This is good food.
Wait. I need a napkin. I need a napkin.
Well, we don't have any in the house.
What's this?
A towel and it looks brown?
What's it called?
A brown towel.
Brown towel. Brown towel has appeared in episodes before. So, Carson and I thought we'd tell you a little bit about brown towel. Brown towel started off,
As a normal, ordinary towel that we even used to bathe ourselves with.
yes, but we no longer bathe with it. It's been a long time. Now brown towel travels with us when we go to different outings and when we have people over to cook out, or if we're just having snacks here in the kitchen. It's a communal towel, which means what? Anyone can.
It is not sanitary, but it's useful.
And how many people can use it?
Is there a limit?
There is no limit to how many people can use brown towel. I will say this, it does get washed every night that we use it. It's washed and dried, even when we're on vacation.
I'd actually like to use it right now.
Go ahead, have a use. I'll use a little bit of this corner. Now, brown towel has been to the Lake Placid Whiteface KOA camping. What's a good memory of the KOA eating that you can remember that we use brown towel?
I remember back in 3rd grade when I skinned my first red squirrel, and we had a lot of barbecue sauce with it when it was cooked. And just remember digging my face into that towel after it was covered in sauce. I got lost in the sauce.
3rd grade. Carson's now in the 11th grade. Brown towel lives on. One of my favorite memories of using brown towel is when we go to Vermont in October. What's that event called?
Smalltoberfest.
Smalltoberfest for our family. My sister and my brother-in-law and my nephew, Carson's cousin, the Smalls, have Smalltoberfest, October every year. All of you at Red Hat Nation are always invited to Smalltoberfest. They live outside of Barrie in a little town called Orange. So we'll put up details of Smalltoberfest later on. We want this year to be bigger and better than ever. But anyway,
Since we haven't seen the Smalls in so many months because of the quarantine.
that's right. It has been a long time, but now their neighbor, Lord's, makes this big rice dish with beans and I think there's olives in it.
And that's always too much.
But it's really messy and it's so good that I think of brown towel and that rice dish. What other memories do you have of brown towel?
One right now, making this awesome video. And down in Myrtle Beach on multiple years, even since the original Yellow Hat which we'll go over the hats in a separate video later on.
Yes.
And even all the way back there, Brown Towel has been with us, and we've been covered in seafood grease, even covered in barbecue sauce. Even if your hands are dirty from playing in the dirt and sand, wipe it on this, and it's perfect. It's brown. You can't even see anything on it.
The thing that we have to do in Myrtle Beach, though, is I have to wake up very early in the morning to do a load of laundry every morning to make sure that Brown Towel is ready to go for the day, because Brown Towel is needed when you're out there on the beach. If you're having we get cheese fries.
Many occasions throughout the day.
Regular potato chips, frozen beverages,
Totino's pizzas.
So this has been back and forth to Myrtle Beach for several years now.
It's been across the country.
A couple of times we've taken it to Maine. Now,
Bar Harbor.
Brown Towel gets abused in Maine because every single night that we're in Maine, we eat
lobster.
And it's messy. Those lobsters are messy. Lots of butter, lots of garlic, corn on the cob, sometimes some other types of seafood. But
to keep yourself fit during those times as well, I recommend you go on a run in the morning and right before you eat to keep yourself fit over that break.
Yeah, I don't always partake in that running, but I do partake in use of the brown towel. There's 6 of us that are eating lobsters and using this brown towel, and it smells so bad after all of us eat all that seafood that brown towel has to stay outside the cabin at night to air out, or else the whole cabin will stink like rotten lobster and fish and butter and garlic. But it's washed the next morning and ready to go. It works.
This country has been much more places than some people in Malone have.
The brown towel has traveled farther than a lot of people that live in the town that we currently live in. It's been with us through good times, bad times, and sad times.
But even happy times.
But mostly it's happy times. When we think of brown towel, we think of good things. Good friends.
Good meals.
Loving family.
Because the brown towel is only used during good meals.
So, I'm about to eat my last bite of this slaw dog.
Because you already had your second to last bite.
I know, and I didn't even think about it. So I'm going to have to savor this one. What's your favorite meal at Boki's, the restaurant you work at?
I would say my favorite meal at Boki's is the pig pen poutine, and it's a special. Only rarely ever showing on the menu. Maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. Because it's a very popular item and it's a lot of pork.
So what's on it?
Well, you got your french fries, your mac and cheese, your cheese curd. You also got barbecue sauce, and even gravy.
Is it shredded pork?
Fresh shredded pork and little slices of onion ring.
So, not only do we like to eat good food late at night, we like to talk about food too. So,
Would you like some ranch?
I would like some ranch. It's probably all we got for tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for joining
Carson Griffin
and Jerry for another late night edition of Red Hat Nation. Look at those fingers, all butter and garlic from this chicken tender. A little bit of slaw. Just wipe it right here.
and just watch the next morning.
All right, we'll do that again. Red Hat Nation, thanks for joining us.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Possibly on a late night snack.
Possibly another late night snack and more stories. See you, everybody. Everyone should have their own brown towel.
It's a necessity.
I think so too. I mean, it doesn't have to be brown. It's better if it's brown.